From the rolling hills of the Catskill Mountains in New York, 25 teams take on 392 miles of the toughest roads the area has to offer. Round 7 of the USRC Championship. This is the International Rally New York.
Well, this is really a tough rally. We have a total of 27 stages. We will have 1 day of tarmac, and on Saturday we will have a full day of gravel rallying.
USRC points leader Celsius Donnelly had a tough start, losing his engine control unit on stage 7.
But hopefully I can get back in again for tomorrow and try and get some points back if I can.
Last time at this rally, Seamus Burke didn't finish. He's hoping for a better result this time.
Yeah, this rally hasn't been kind to us. We have no fourth gear now, so maybe it's not going to be kind today either. Try and get as big a lead as possible and get to the end tonight.
Enda McCormick and Bernie Farrell were on the attack in second place. Right behind them, though, Gerald Coffey and Dave Dooley were keeping the heat on.
Really enjoying it. Great stages. Oh, very, very fast. Very warm.
Martin Donnelly and Stephen Duffy were pushing hard, but not without their problems.
We're flat out. Yeah. Our brakes are a bit hard to trust the brakes at the minute, so we're being very cautious, you know.
And not being quite as cautious, Martin O'Flynn and Damian Traynor did their best to get our cameraman's attention when they clipped a camera tripod.
I was too far out on the road.
Marseille's Prybish and Konstantin Mentopoulos were finding the limits of asphalt in their Subarus. They pushed for second. Cyril Kearney and Dominic Wozniak were putting on a good drive in their Subaru. Also attacking hard in their Subaru, Fintan Seeley and Kerry Wilburn on their fight for second place. Arkadiusz Gruska and Michael Choden also pushing for a podium finish. Joseph Burke and Jeremy Wimpy pushed hard on the first stage of the day. Too hard, though, as they DNF'd with a roll. At the end of day 1, Seamus Burke had a good lead, but it was a tight battle for second, third, and fourth between McCormick, Prybish, and Coffey. Only 6 seconds separated those competitors. Seeley was in 5th place. Prybish was impressed with the driving.
He's a very good driver, very talented, and he drives smart. So if he's got a big lead, he's not going to be pushing, he's not going to do any mistakes. Unless he's got some mechanical problems, then I don't think it's going to be possible to catch him.
As day 2 began, event leader Seamus Burke with co-driver Eddie Freeze had a good, clean run on the gravel, and this would prove to be important as the day progressed. Following in his dust, Masage Prybish soon found trouble.
Couldn't control the car anymore. We had too much speed, way too much speed. I think that's what the problem was. We tried to save it for at least 200 yards, but unfortunately the tree was in the way, so stopped it right there and on the rally.
For Enda McCormick, his focus was clear.
The main thing for me is just to have a clean run and finish the rally, get the points. No, we will be pushing, but in a safe mode.
Fintan Seeley and Kerry Wilburn were on the attack in their Subaru Impreza, but they pushed too hard and wound up in a tree. Now, would they be heading back?
Of course we are. We'll go back in 3 wheels if we have to. That's what we're here for.
Celsius Donnelly met with an early end to the International Rally New York.
Piston must have melted and put me out. Yesterday's team probably had done all the harm, and then when got the program right back into the car, then the piston wasn't able for it.
Despite the dust, Cyril Kearney was putting in times good enough to keep him near the top. Martin O'Flynn started the day well, but he would become victim of the dust, taking him out of the event and taking out some of the scenery. Patrick Kernan and Chris Moran had a terrible off in their Subaru Impreza, destroying the car. There were some injuries, but they're expected to fully recover. Things were better in two-wheel drive, with Simon and Kieran Wright placing third in their Ford Focus. And another Focus, Hampton Bridwell and Josh Cattinger in second. And in first place in the VW Golf, Rafael Listopad.
You never know. The stages are pretty rough today, and it's not like it was yesterday. So we'll see. We're going to push as hard as we can.
As the afternoon wore on, Seamus Burke was finally enjoying the luck of the Shamrock. Behind him, Edna McCormick and Bernard Farrell were having bad luck with their transmission.
We have no clutch and we have no fourth or fifth gear, so that was the last 4 stages, so we're just trying to nurse her through to the finish.
Edna was able to finish the day using his starter motor to keep them in the hunt. Cyril Kearney and Dominic Wozniak got a scare when they struck a rock with their rear differential. They were able to limp into service for repairs.
We broke the casing in the diff. We were leaking oil, so we're changing it.
Yeah, get it. What happened?
We're out.
Through an incredible effort by their service crew, they were able to finish in second place. Seamus Burke had no bad luck as he and Eddie Freeze finished in first. As the champagne was uncorked, it was Burke in first place, followed by Kearney, McCormick, Lipestad, and Grushka. Seamus's luck at this event had finally changed.
Well, this rally hasn't been kind to me, so It's been good to finish for one time.
And champagne for the two-wheel drivers, with Lippestad in first, followed by Bridwell. Wright and Hall tied for third, and Ferreira in fifth.
He starts with the tarmac and then goes for a gravel, and sometimes a rough gravel, but we did it.
For the entire webcast crew, I'm Russ Rosendale. We'll see you next time we go USRC Rally.